All right, this video is to show you how to use Google Maps to sort of figure out distances between different points. What I'm going to do here first is I'm just going to do a basic Google search, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to choose, let's say, Chicago. So I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to type in Chicago, Illinois. That should come up. Google Maps is going to take me right to it. Okay, now here, this is just a pretty big overview of Chicago. We can close out on, click the X there to get rid of that stuff. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to select a distance along a road and determine the distance, how long it is. So let's take a look here. I'm going to actually go down here to this section of Interstate 88 between Downers Grove and North Aurora. So I'm going to look here and I'm going to say, okay, I wonder what the distance is between Downers Grove and Aurora via 88. So I'm going to go over here where Downers Grove is, and you can see right here is where 88 basically crosses 355. So I'm going to use as close as I can to Downers Grove as my starting point. So I'm going to right click or do the 2-finger click on your touchpad, and that's going to bring up this menu. I'm going to choose measure distance and click on that, and you'll see it puts a point there. So that's my starting point. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go all the way over to, we'll go North Aurora since it's a little bit higher than Aurora, but we'll see. And right here is approximately where you'd obviously get off of the interstate. So I'm going to right click again here at this location. And I'm going to go down. Now you'll see it says distance to here. So I'm going to click distance to here. And this little scale pops up and it shows you. Now, if I back out a little bit here and slide on over, you'll notice that it's a perfectly straight line. And you can see that this orange road is not. I can actually manipulate that line a little bit to make it follow the path of the road. So what I can do is here, you can see it goes a little bit so far south. So if I hover above the line, you'll see it says drag to change. I can click and hold and slide that up so it kind of follows the path. I'm going to come over here and do kind of the same thing over here. Click and hold, and I'm going to drag that black bar down so it follows that. And I can kind of continue doing this along this route until I pretty well follow the path of the road. And I'm going to call that good enough. Now, if you notice down here at the bottom, it says the total distance is 14.9 miles. Well, for this activity you guys are working on right now, we're just going to go ahead and call it, we'll just round it up to 15. So whatever you do for this activity, just round it to the nearest mile. So again, it's pretty simple. You're just going to go to your search menu, type in where you want to go. We'll try again. We'll go to Galesburg. And it'll take you to Galesburg. If you want to clear the distance that you just measured, go down here. There's a little X. Click on it. It clears it. And we can measure the distance between 74, between 34 and Knoxville. So again, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. You can do that by either using the touchpad, or you can also use the buttons down here, the minus and the plus. So I'm going to right click on about the place right here where they intersect. We'll go right there. And we're going to say measure distance. I'm going to scroll down to, let's find where the exit is for Knoxville. Whoops, I went past it. And the first exit for Knoxville would be right about here. So we'll click it right along that. And right click, distance to here. You'll see that this time it's a very much not a straight line to get there. So we can manipulate the line to help us. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because, again, we're going to round to the nearest mile. But again, if you go to kind of where the bend is and move it along, you can just sort of manipulate it back and forth until you get it to where it's, pretty close to following the path. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if I do this, now that's going to be goofy on me here. Sorry about that. Let's go back and figure that. There we go. And now I can slide that one on down. Slide this one on down. So it follows that path better. And you'll see down here at the bottom it says 5.11 mile, 5.11 hundredths of a mile. Again, we would just round that down to 5 to the nearest mile. So that's how you can find the distance between two towns or two objects on a map, which is going to be helpful for this activity.